Greetings from Denmark, Copenhagen, Catherine. Um, even more lockdown. Are we lucky or are we not lucky? I think I don't know what to say about. I can only say enjoy it while you can. Um, yeah, and you know what? I just forgot something, and I have this tremendously annoying kitty next to me. Um, she's claw raking, that's for sure. I have prepared a lot of squares, and I have, for now, made all these preparedness. Du gør det ikke med de klør, vel? Du gør det ikke. Du får en på lampen. Sorry. Hello, Kristen. Good morning. Hope you are doing well. Thank you for the like and thank you for the peepers. I just need to do something with this love-seeking kitten. As what you can't see, but she's actually, her claws are out, and she really touch you to the blood. But otherwise, she's quite sweet. Basically, can you hang on a minute, because it seems I forgot something. I wanted to show you. I have been prepared for. Give me just a minute. Then I am back here. This what was I needed. As you all know, this sound you hear is because I have her rescued, and I also have an old Fiona, and my old girl don't like her, so they can't be in the same room here. So that's why I have to make sure I have a gate. I actually have a doubled baby gate, as we call it, to block to that side of my apartment. So I have sort of split it up a little bit. So the old one has this part, and Luna have this side of the apartment, and she is very jealous because I have just been in with my old girl, and I have just arrived here in the living room, and that means Luna is very attention seeking. So I am sharing my love to them very much indeed. So we had one fast peeper, that's okay. But back to basic, what I wanted to show you. I have been cut out squares, as you can see. I found a lot of this unbleached and coffee stained and old bed sheets in different white, gray, spotted things. So I made the tops pieces here. What I simply do is, again, I hand stitch everything to it. I start out with 8 squares of 9 by 9 inches. I could have, taken only 6 in the beginning. But I like it to be very, very full, very full skirt. And basically, because I do have an extra weight on me, and I'm not one of the smallest persons, and I do like that I have a lot of volume, and I don't have to consider if my weight blows up. I can still fit it, and even should it happen I sort of lose weight, I can still fit my skirts because they are sort of one size fit all, mostly. Then what I have been doing is I have collected, since I begin with 8 squares, the next row has to have 16 squares. And that's why I have sort of started, and as you can see, I have stitched all of them in 8, in rows of 8 squares. As you can see here, I have 8 squares, and the material is all sort of leftovers from older projects. Ja, vil du så holde op? Vil du så holde op? Don't worry, I am not going to bite her. I wouldn't. Mm. I love her. She's in mood for playing, I can see that. So now I have done that. And to make them even stronger, I have, as you can see, hand stitched them with little running stitches. Yeah, I have done that. I am going to. Okay. 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 Oh, yeah. Kan du se dig selv der? Ja. Ja. Jo, så dejligt. Sorry, apologize. Altså, hvor har vi den henne? Kan du huske, hvor du havde den henne? Kan du huske, hvor du gjorde af den? Var det den her, du tænkte på? Jamen, har du ikke lige fået en? Han har jo lagt den derovre, det er jo derfor. Det er jo derfor, de ligger jo her, skat. Ja, de ligger jo her. Jamen, hvad for en skal du så have? Hvad for en skal du have? Skal du have den der? Den der? Skal du prøve sådan en der? Okay. Ja, så prøv sådan en. Ja. Tror du så, jeg kan få lov til at sådan lige snakke med dem derude? Ja, må jeg det? Når jeg nu kommer så langt? Ja. Okay. Tak skal du have, Alba Emilia. Det glæder mig, at du kan få lidt inspiration herfra. Så jeg håber, du forstår engelsk, men ellers, Alba, jeg kan se, at du skriver dansk. Ja, det har jeg. Katrine Hansen. Men jeg har den på min telefon, fordi jeg fandt ud af, at på computeren, der kan jeg ikke sætte billeder op. Okay, tak skal du have. So, let's continue. Now I have tried to feed that little kitty here. As you can see, what I just want to do next is I want these stronger seams. I like this stitching, so you can actually see the dark blue stitches. And in the end, I am going to have 24 meters in the bottom. Vil du så lige da for helvede, undskyld. Hvad? Sorry. You know what? It seems I need to feed the cat. So please hang on. I am not getting anywhere with her right now. So please stay tuned. Så kom med dig. Ja, kom så. Hvad skal du have ordnet? Okay. I apologize. Can you make a new yarn video or a Christmas? Yeah, I can do that easily if you like. Right now I am in my phase of looking what I have in my stash, and I have sort of made a bucket list about I heard about something called KonMari, but I am not so sure I am going to be so drastic to just throw everything out. So I have decided this year, 2021, is sort of get rid of as much fabric stash as possible. About the Christmas haul, Christmas was cancelled this year in all sort of means, so that means I don't have that much for Christmas, but I do have a few items. I did try to make some small videos, but the problem is my internet connection keep locking down, and it seems that on my computer, I use my laptop, there's so much in the background, and it keeps telling me to have space for new videos. I sort of have to get rid of a lot of stuff. Yeah. So there was no Christmas this year, sadly. I don't know what happened here. I got this made. What I have planned, as you can see, I don't. I'm so sorry, by Emilia. I didn't get anything for Christmas. I didn't, because nobody came here for Christmas. So I didn't get anything, sadly. So there was no Christmas gifts for me. Have I bought anything? Yeah, I actually did buy something for myself. I can actually show you. I got myself some new little balls. These, because I needed this size. I wished them for Christmas, but then Christmas was cancelled, and people, that means no gift, no visitors. So when I was out shopping, I actually gave myself 4 of these for Christmas. So because I simply adore Winnie the Pooh. So yeah, I was actually thinking, you know what, then I'll buy myself my Christmas gifts, what I need. Um, that's what I have been doing. Otherwise, I thank you. So that's what I have given myself. Then I actually have made some new candles. I had a lot of, leftovers. Here, as you can see, I use a lot of candles. So often I get a lot of candle wax leftovers, and instead of sort of throwing out my leftovers, even here, as you can see in my tea light, there's a lot of unburned candle wax. So what I'm doing, I'm sort of emptying out, make some new one, and then I sort of melt it down, and as you can see, make them into new candles. I use one of these. My son is very happy for these Pringles kind of thing. So I use these tubes that have been these Pringles chips. And then I simply did that. I crocheted in cotton here. Let me see. I have here a cotton like this, and I simply very tight crocheted this. I don't know what you call it, but that's what I did, and put in the center. My son is born in 1988, and that means he's going to be 33 this year. As you can see, I crocheted very tight, and that's what I make a little firm here and put it into it. I would so much love to do a video, but I don't have a separate camera from my computer, so it is not very easy for me to have my computer in the kitchen. So because I'm using a webcam, but I'll find a solution. And basically, because you know what, there's so many beautiful videos out there already about people making recycled candles. I have also made these pin cushions. with lavender rice into it. And the reason why I use potting rice and lavender is because, when you have these and you touch them, you can actually add some moisture to them. And if you put them in a cushion, they can actually rust. And so when you put them in rice, you keep them sharp because there is not that heavy. I don't know what you call it, but you can keep it. It don't break the tip of your dressmaker pins, as we call them. What I have here is, as you can see, just a bunch of, well, I got 9 by 9 inches to cut out or rip out of this fabric. Um, yeah, so here they are. And the reason I just have some of them has a little pattern onto it. I should have 5 here. And the idea about this one is that the last row, that has to be 24 meters, because this, in the end, I have 4 rows. Row number 4 will have 12 meters. And the row number 4 has to be 8 times 8. Then I have 4 times 8. Then I have 2 times 8, and then I have the first row that say 8 here. And if you like to make, of course, you don't have to make it by hand stitching and French seams. It is just me that need something. You know what? I have tried that, Alba, but it is very difficult to do that because again, the rules, the tax rules here in Denmark, and because of this COVID, people are not very happy to buy anything that is from a private person, because they see it as a risk to get infected from these items that you purchase from a private person. Even I said, you know what, you can't even be sure when you get it from a company, because there are people that handle your things before they sort of pack them down. But I hope I could make, let's see how 2021 is going to be, and maybe I thought about when we can have our garage sales, we have garage sales in Denmark where you can, flea markets, where you can put up a little table and sell your homemade things. I hope that when I have to continue here, when I have collected them in 8 by 8, because it is easier to handle, I simply do, as you can see, I'm stitching a dark blue row down to give it even more strength. So I am sort of flatten out this French seam so it is flat and neat. Instead of, as you can see, you can actually see it has this, let's show you the different, as you can see it pointed out, but you are sort of flattening it down like this and make the seam even stronger. You basically also, because you have to consider the amount of weight for the fabric, as more layers put on. That's why the top piece here is made from a little heavier material and the rest is a little lighter. So the top will be a little stronger because it has to carry it out. I like the idea. I'm using elastic wool crocheted strings to my skirts. I don't know, Alba, did you see the other petticoat I made with the tartans? I want to show, I can show you. So I am going to show you this. I need to put these two together right now. The next thing is when I sort of did it is 2 to 1. Then I put 2 to 1 like this. Then I simply pleat it. You can also wrinkle it, but I like to pleat it. It's much easier to handle. I can show you. It is actually the same idea. If you can please hang on. I want to show you. Here we are. I can start with this one. This is my petticoat I made from stripes, plain stripes. I used the old curtain. Again, as you can see, I didn't put it as white as the patchwork. I also have these strings to carry the weight of it. And this is the bottom from my old curtain. As you can see, I took doubled here because it is very lightweight materials, but I love it very much. The fabric is kind of water resistant wind material, so I love it. Actually, it kept my legs dry when I was out for my walk. Every Thursday I go walking. Normally I would go to the zoo, but the zoo is also closed down. Everything is actually closed down here. The next part is that what I'm actually got inspired is when I made this one. This is actually the same type I did here. As you can see, I have 8 squares here, but in this case, I took 8, 8, 16, and 32, and 32. And the idea was I wanted to have one where it kept going out like this, because I want to have even more volume into my skirt, petticoat skirt. This, as you can see, has 6 meters, I think. Yeah, 6 meters down here. As you can see, I didn't flatten this out, and I used a linen to hem it, so it has a strong hem. Good morning, Kathleen. Tita, how are you, my dear? I hope you're doing great. Yeah, I missed you, my darling. I heard about all the troubles. Yeah, yeah, good morning, chat. Yeah, so this is what I have been up to. So I promised to show. See, I started up here, Tita, on a new skirt in squares. Yay! So even more has to come, and I cut them all out. So, and I want to tell you, when you do a front seam, you start to put front out and back to back. So you have the first seam front to front like this, and as you can see, I did that here. Like this, front to front. So because we are here also very much indeed in lockdown again, but it's wonderful. You know what? I see it as a point to, this is a very nasty storm that we just have to deal with, and I want everybody to think positive. And please don't take everything for granted what you hear. Just add a little salt to it. Because you don't know, right? There are so many things, and we have to be careful that we are not. We are not following that angry negativity that is surrounded us. Keep your mind positive, because you know what? The world is on fire, if you can say that. But there are also some beautiful, beautiful moments in this world. The problem is that a lot of people don't they are taking away that beautiful positivity that you are trying to do, because they are even more frightened than you are. And there are really, really people out there that really can't handle happy people if they are miserable. So what these people will do is that they'll do anything, say anything to make you sad and make you lose your faith, because here that person will be so happy if you are just as miserable as he is or she, and to for them to feel better. I don't know how well I expressed that thought, but it is a reality. And you know what? You don't need that, and don't listen to them. You know what? If they want to go in their own little miserable world, let them. And if they try to come and put that negativity on you, just look at them, shake your head, turn around, and walk away. The best way to sort of, it's ignore it, turn your back, shake your head, and say, okay, you know what, even it is not true, you just look at them and say, okay, you're right, I'm peace. And I do that a lot when I have people that come and try to brainwash me with their black seeing negativity. I say, you know what? Why don't we say you are right and I get to live in peace? Because I don't want that in my mind. Because you know what? I believe in the good book. And you know what? Sometimes the true reason why do I do this, to be honest, if you have asked me last year, I would never have thought that I have this is actually skirt number 3. I am hand stitching, hand sewing. And why do I do that? You know what? I have been so fascinated by the Victorian times and the times where we didn't have sewing machines. But in this case, like my yarn, I know Alba Emilia asked about my yarn videos. They will come. But right now, I need something mindfulness. And it is for me, some like to do cross stitches and embroidery. And I don't know, I need to do something practical that if I have to spend a lot of hours, a lot of time hand stitching something, I want it to be something that I can have use for. It has a purpose. And right now, I think my new style of dressing is big, fancy, voluminous skirts. Um, you know, yeah, so that can keep me warm. And sometimes you just need to have something in your hand. And as I said at the beginning, you don't have to hand stitch it. If you have an old hand crank machine, do that. If you have an electric machine, you don't have to make the entire skirt in one day. It's impossible. You can tell, you know what? I have spent about 1 week just to cut out all the squares. I have sort of spent 2 days just to solder. Of course, not the entire day because I have other things to be done. Yeah. Um, we always have that, right? We have to consider what to eat, what to drink, what to do. And in my case, sometimes what you need is something that you can sort of relax your brain. You don't have to sort of overthink things. You don't have to do it. Just relax. Everything is going to be okay sooner or later. Just promise me one thing: don't let negative people into your mind. Keep them out. I know Alba probably see the Danish news as I do constantly. Oh my goodness, it's like a kindergarten. Yeah, it's serious. I know it is really, really serious news, but you know what? They keep talking with these big movements. Yeah, boo, everything. Boo is so dangerous. You are so in danger. You are absolute. It will drag you down, and you like this, and you just look at them and say, "Hello, Hitler." Sorry for that, YouTube, but no, um, no, it's not good. It's definitely not good. Um, we don't want that, please. Um, And even here in Denmark, we have a one of our politicians, Tita, are going to be impeached like Trump. Yeah, even here in Denmark, our government is taking a one of our female. I can't even say politics. Never mind. Yeah. So the world is crazy, and we know it. Yeah. So that's why I sort of, gave up on the news. No, I didn't. I listened to the news, but not all of them. So then I am going to show what I'm actually doing is, as you can see, I have connected 2x8 and I have just stitched this row very fine. Then as you can see, this is the front. This is the front. What I have now is I'm taking this inside here. Exactly, Tita. Peace and love. That's all we need. All we need is love and peace. And I keep telling people, please let me leave me in peace. And I don't understand these people that keep saying rest in peace. Why can't we live in peace? Why can't we? I mean, of course we can. If we all agree to just, you know what, if you don't have anything good to say about something and you don't want to be knocked over, my grandma taught me, if you don't have anything nice to say, don't say anything at all. Then keep it to you. Do not put your hate or your negativity on other people. They don't deserve that. And if you are miserable, some part is your own responsibility. You really have to consider that you are the only one that actually have control about your life. Yeah, exactly, Tita. Yeah, your tongue is like life and death. The tongue is really something you have to keep a control over. That is so true, my Tita. Yeah. So this is very, very, I don't know if you can see it, but I stitch it very, very tight. I cut it clean, and yeah, this is how I do it. So yeah, make smile. You're the only one who can do it. Don't expect the world to entertain you. That was also one of my grandmother's saying. But this is actually the problem with the world today, is that all our young kids are sort of taken care of outside the home. That means that you are not the one that educate them. The institution are. And that means that they are sort of, I don't like the word brainwashed, but then they are sort of tutored to be consumers, to be, not independent, but really dependent on the government or any other instance to support them. They don't know how to cook. They don't know how to make the clothes because no, 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 no. You are taught not to do it because you have to be in the right fashion gear. You have to look like me. If you want to be something, if you want to be my friend, you have to dress like me. And you know what? That is sort of sad, isn't it? I mean, that is so sad how the young people are sort of bombarded by you cannot be anything if you don't make a lot of money. If you are not rich, you are nothing. You know what? The best, yeah, you are more worth than that. You have to think about every day you wake up, you actually have been sleeping in a bed, you have a duvet cover, you have clean clothes, you have food on the table. It might not be a king's feast we get, but at least we get food. And I think that's what we have to be grateful for. Um, in my opinion, yeah. A lot of us are not that luxury happy. Do I have a lot of money? No. Can I afford to go and buy fancy new clothes to or expensive fabric? No. Goodness gracious me, I can't. And that's why I normally all this material are cabbage. In my world, it has no use because there was not enough for anything. It was stained, it was discolored, and yeah. But you know what? I cut it all up and I made for the first row, and then I have smaller pieces like this stripes I want to stitch together for the last row. And I was like, oh my goodness, it's going to take entire 2021. And I say, yeah, if I'm lucky. And I say, you know what, that is going to be my project. And the idea was when I sort of finished off this. Oh, you did. I need to see them. Oh, you're going to be so beautiful. The frog fabric. I love the frogs. Yeah. Oh, I love my rainbow. I love my rainbow. Yeah. Oh, I love my rainbow. I even, you know what? I even got one with penguins. I got one with penguins. Yeah. Crazy me. Oh, I want to show you. Hang on, girls. I want to show you, Tita. I got one with penguins. Oh, I can't find it. I can't find it. I think my chopper took it because I washed all the masks yesterday, and my penguins are gone. So Chopper is wearing my penguin, but look, you can see the fabric. I got the fabric here. See. I made a penguin mask like this. I really like penguins. These are little winter penguins, as you can see. So I made some of them. Yeah, and I think Chopper took it. He doesn't care. uh, you know, it's more fun. Yeah, as you can see, my little penguins. It is so adorable. Yeah, and if you sort of here, yeah. So as you can see, it's a lot of fabric. I have a lot of things. Hi. Yeah. Nej, ikke kløerne. Ikke kløerne, skat. Altså. Skal du lige bekræftes? Skat. Ja. Skal du bare ja, ikke kløerne, skat. Ikke kløerne. Ja. Yeah. She is a little, I want to be kissed. I want to be touched. You have to notice me. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Luna Moose. Yeah, she's so big. Yeah. I can remember she was so small. She is like my little black house panther. Luna here. Yeah. She is turned so big. She's a big... Ikke plønner du. Vel? Ikke de der små klør. Du må gerne røre på den, men ikke med kløerne. Vel, skat? Ikke kløerne, lille mus. Oh. Yeah, she is. She's just a pretty one. Oops. She is so pretty. Yeah. Yeah. I am just doing tiny runny stitches. Ja, hvad så? Nej, ikke kløerne. Jeg vil ikke have de klør. Vel? Du skal ikke bruge de klør. For så gider jeg ikke at snakke med dig. Nej. Hvad skal du have? Hvad? Så her. She really liked to claw you. So I'm not so pleased about her. Oh, and she can be a nightmare. But you know what? I was actually sitting here and thinking about, I think I had her so long now, and I know she has been through some very horrible things, that I can forgive her, and she just needs time to understand things. And yeah, she really grew big, and I think it's because now I am sort of feeding her what she needs to be fed. But it's only, you know what? I was actually sitting yesterday. I actually did have opportunity to get rid of her, And I was like, no, 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 I can't do that. You know why? Because she has been so much horrible through, and she has all these faults or, triggers. And I'll be so scared if these people can't be kind to her. So I turned them down and said, you know what, I am keeping her, even if it meant that I still have to have my apartment split up in two halves, one for each kitty. Um, because I don't think I could bear it in my heart if anything happened to her. And that's no matter how much she's making me bleed, or like in the beginning where she tried to, yeah, with her claws. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So, I guess, jo, ikke køerne, ikke køerne, men du må godt. Ikke køerne, skat. Ja, vel, ikke køerne. Nej. No, that's my fear too, Tita, that they wouldn't understand it. So, hvad skal du gerne have? Hvad? Hvad skal du gerne have? Mm. Ja, jamen du er sød. So, it is tiny runny stitching. Yeah. Yeah, Tita, I have been made some. Det gør du ikke. Nu stopper du. Ikke også? Nu stopper du. Mm-hmm. It is a catnip. So. And you just wait and see now. I got catnip all over here. We are down for 2 people. I hope Albert is still here. Kristen is somewhere around here. So this is going to be my mind relieving project to make this very amazing skirt. And when it is all done, I want to tell you something. I might going to colorate it, to dye it, by taking the bottom first, let it get dark, and lower it into the color bath. And I am going to dye it forest green. And that's why the reason I don't use a white thread is because most sewing thread and polyester do not color. And that's why I sort of chose to all the visible thread is this very dark marine blue. It is also a very, very strong thread, because it has to hold some weight to it. Yeah, I am also very, I think, yeah, it's going to be that product when it's done. And you know what? Since it is, as I keep telling myself and out in the world, it is something that I have to have beneath another skirt. It doesn't matter if it happened to be, if it's going to be a disaster, you know what, you can just keep it as an underskirt. But if it's going to be a beautiful, you can use it. So yeah, it is yeah, because you have to think about Tita. The first you put it down, it started to take all the dye, and the more you put down, the longer time it takes, your less dye is left in the water, and that means that the process is that it is going to be lighter and lighter when you put it down. That is also why when you read the instructions on dye, when you buy these, I get these Dulon dyes. They are very amazing. I can show you one. Would you like to see it? I keep up. Hang on. I want to show you. Yeah, they actually look like this now. In the old time, I still have a for. I have put them. I can't reach them, but in another container. Um, this is they call it for a washing machine, but I never do that. Um, the first one the produced needed salt and had to be mixed. These are ready to use, but the problem is that now they have sort of made them ready to use, thus that there are less dye into them, and that means that in the old ones you can actually color more material than you can with the new containers. But I bought this one. It's called a jeans blue, uh, because I have some of my old jeans are looking very not very pretty. So I have a jeans skirt. So I was thinking about give it a jeans blue color, freshen it up a little bit, and then I have this one, an ocean blue. So I sort of thought about maybe I could do that. I could either to forest green or ocean blue dye for my skirt. So it is sort of, yeah. And Chopper is home, and he looks very cold. Yeah. Ah, see, look, isn't he sweet? Huh? Look what he's bringing me. Love. Oh. Yeah. That's good. So, yeah. And you know what? I think I'll jump off. Tita, I will call you later. And I'll thank Kristen for coming by. It was so good to see you. And Alba, Amelia, thank you so much. Chopper, Kathleen, hun siger hej. And Chopper is so happy. Yeah. It's okay, Vanessa. I'll give you a little more time to say hello. Chopper, wait for the girls.
Hi.
So, yeah. I'm on petticoat number 3, made by hand. Oh no, my first, it's second petticoat. So it is so lovely. Let's just keep a little mind here. Yeah. So, but I am. You know what? I'll see if I can get on a little later. How about that? If we say about later. So because Chopper just need to get some coffee and something. So he has something. He has to go and check out the princess. It has been nice to see some of you. So yeah, but I am going to call you later. It was good to see you, Vanessa. I'm so sorry that I have to go. But if I promise, because it's also early for you guys, how about, let's see, the time is 3, 4, 5, about 4 or 5 hours later. Keep an eye. Love you guys. And I'll see if otherwise, I promise I will come back tomorrow. Yeah. So I love you. Please stay safe. Also you, Christine, you are somewhere. I love you guys. Take care. Be positive. Love you. Bye for now.